Hello YouTube, I'm Big Al 1982. This is the Movie Reviewers 100, the collaboration channel here on YouTube that brings you themes each week. This week's theme is the Organised Crime Week, and I've decided to review the 2000 release Gangster Number 1. Gangster Number 1, always one of my favourite films to always revisit. This film was directed by Paul McGuigan, who went on to direct Lucky Number 7, the Bruce Willis, Josh Hartnett film, also the Josh Hartnett performance in Wicker Park, and Push, which was a Chris Evans superhero film before he was Captain America, and Johnny Flame or Johnny Blaze, if I've got that right, in Fantastic Four. Yeah, I always enjoy his films, and this one being my favourite, Gangster Number 1. It has a really good British cast with Malcolm McDowell, David Thewlis, Paul Bettany, Eddie Marsan, Jamie Foreman, just to name a few. And this film is centred around the character of Gangster. You only know him as Gangster. He's played by two actors. The first one you're introduced to is played by Malcolm McDowell, who plays Gangster in his mid-50s. You're introduced to him at the beginning of the film when they're talking about the notorious gangster Freddie Mays, who's soon to be released from prison. You're unaware of the reasons why he was in prison for so long, but there's a big change in the attitude of the gangster character as soon as his name is brought up, so you know that there's some tension and some history there. Then the film sort of drifts back into the 60s, where you're introduced to the young gangster character played by Paul Bettany. And for me, this is my favourite Paul Bettany performance as young gangster. A really edgy character, a live wire, who's sort of cool and calm and collected at certain times as well, which gives that era of suspense of when he is waiting for him to crack and explode. So back in the 60s, you see the Paul Bettany young gangster character get enrolled into Freddie Mays' gang, where he sort of idolises the Freddie Mays character and wants to be like him. And through the time you're following the character around, you sort of see his opinion change of Freddie Mays and how he wants to sort of overtake him and overrule him. Freddie Mays is played by David Thewlis, who plays the character as sort of a Jack the Lad, kind to the ladies, and but a brutal gangster when he wants to be. And the young gangster is doesn't particularly enjoy and like his way he is with the ladies and the way he is so charming to other people. He basically wants him to be more menacing than he is. The story, it brings in a rival to Freddie Mays' character, and that is Lenny Taylor, played by Jamie Foreman, who plays a really good, funny role in this film. And that is one thing I do like about this film, is the mixed bag of characters, with lots of different types of gangsters from all different races and creeds, all different crates of life, and it was really funny some of the ways that they act around the gangster character. You can tell that they have a fear for him, even though when he first starts off in the gang. After an altercation with Lenny Taylor and Freddie Mays, that is when you find out the reason why he is sent to prison, and that is where the gangster character evolves from there. I do really enjoy this film. It's very well done story. The action and the violence in the film is really well done. It doesn't necessarily show you a lot of violence, but the violence is there. The performance by Paul Bettany when he is going crazy and attacking people, you don't necessarily see the actions of what he's doing, but you see the aftermath on his actual face and his expressions and the blood spurting on him, rather than you seeing him doing the damage. I just really enjoy this film. It's a film I always revisit. I always like London gangster films. Being from London originally, I always have a soft spot for gangster films from London, and this is one of my favourites. I've been Big Al 1982. This has been me talking about Gangster Number 1. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it to check out these great performances and fun London gangster film. This has been Organised Crime Week here on the Movie Reviewers 100. I look forward to everyone else's review this week, and I apologise for my review being a bit late this week. All the best and Happy Easter.